Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Manchester City, unfortunately, drew 0-0 at the Etihad. And it wasn't a good performance, unfortunately. It was a pretty poor performance. Today, we're going to go through that game and work out what on earth happened today, because it is worth a little bit of a close look, if we're being totally honest. I would like to say, go and download OneFootball if you haven't already. OneFootball is absolutely awesome. Please cheer me up a little bit if you don't mind. Click OneFootball in the link in the description below. Below me down there, you will see, not this bit here. This is, oh, that's like magic then, it disappears like that. I want to see if you can bring it up. Like, can I make it appear? Wait, is it like Benitez where he did that thing? Boom. There you go, like magic. Anyway, if you don't mind, do me a favour, download OneFootball. It's fantastic. You can get all your Manchester City news and everything else down in the link in the description below. It's a great app and over 10 million people use it. It's free. All your City news, download it right now if you do not mind. But anyway, yes, I was in a box today with Noel Gallagher, Delicious Lemons. Coincidentally, Noel Gallagher was sat in the same place I was sat, which is absolutely insane. Today I was invited on Manchester City's show, so I wasn't doing a watch along. I was on Manchester City's YouTube channel alongside Sean Gota, and it should have been a great day. It should have been a great day, but unfortunately, City were very, very lacklustre. I want to talk about the game before I get all to all your comments. Firstly, I want to say thank you as well for continuing to support me. Because of you guys, I get to go on Manchester City's YouTube channel and the City Square stage today. Thank you. Seriously, you're all fucking awesome, and I genuinely mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. I massively appreciate the support. But let's get on to the actual game. It should have been a good day. It should have been a lovely day. The sky was blue, you know, nice packed, a great atmosphere today. Everyone was really up for it. The stadium was looking absolutely gorgeous in the sunshine. I was dead excited to be back at the Etihad. I couldn't wait for it. But unfortunately, too many players didn't turn up today. Sometimes you have a game like today where too many have an off day, and there's not much you can do about it.
The players didn't turn up, like the fans didn't turn up.
No, exactly, Nicholas said that. You told me the players didn't turn up, like the fans apparently didn't. The irony of Pep asking us to come along today when in fact the players didn't turn up today. The irony of that, the absolute irony. Big Johnny, big energy from Big Johnny says, doesn't matter, onto the energy drink trophy, the Manchester City Carabao Cup. I tell you what, if we go out with Wickham, right, Pep out, right if we do. Johnny, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much for the super chat. Big love to Big Johnny. But yeah, I mean, the irony today of that is just the City fans were there doing their bit. Where were you, you multi-million-pound bastards? No, I love you all, but either way, it's incredibly frustrating, isn't it? We were shit today, and some days you just have days like that. Thank you so much, Robbie, by the way. Honestly, look, in football, if 2 or 3 players don't turn up, if you've got Manchester City's quality, you kind of get away with it. But in general, if 5 or 6 players have a bad day, there's not much you can do if the opposing team has a really good day. And I want to say at the start of this stream, I really do want to give Southampton some credit before we pull apart our performance, because Southampton, I thought, were genuinely very, very good. And I'm not just trying to say it as an excuse, but they were actually good. And sometimes you got to give the credit to the team that actually deserves it. They were very good. They were genuinely very good. They were lively. They were sharp. The football was intricate. There's a couple of times where they passed it out from the back, and I was like, that's what we should be doing. And they took it to us as well. And if we're being absolutely honest, they could have won today, and maybe they feel like they probably should have won as well, because we didn't really turn up until the last 10 minutes. So basically, I want to give them a little bit of credit in case any Southampton fans watch this. Great side, worked really well, and they're probably unlucky to not win a game so far this season. It doesn't excuse our own personal performance, but they were good, man. They were good, but too many players today in the Manchester City shirt didn't turn up. If you're Manchester City side and your midfield doesn't turn up, you've got almost no chance. That is genuinely a car without an engine. That's a human being without a heart. The middle of this team is so important. It is the metronomic energy. It is the rhythm. It is the control. And today, unfortunately, the midfield didn't turn up. And I'm not just talking about Fernandinho, where his energy, his age worryingly looked to catch up to him. He was absolutely all over the place. Misplaced passes here and there, and his legs looked like he was gone. I'm sure it isn't as bad as that. I'm sure it was just a bad day. But we'll see, I guess. We'll see. And we need to see a few games before we make a decision. And Gundo, unfortunately, didn't really have a good game either. Someone's just said injured, by the way, Gundo. Noticed when playing, went off with physio at the end. Maybe you did, but either way, Gundo today had a poor game. Bernardo didn't even have his usual control. Pretty much the only one of the forward players I would say came out with any credit actually probably was Grealish. I thought Grealish was really good today. He ran at them and he tried to... I think he's used to that, by the way. I think that was more his level where, that was more like a Villa versus Southampton game, wasn't it? So Grealish was absolutely great today. So fair play to Grealish, man. Fair play. He was fantastic going forward. Not perfect, but he tried to make things happen. So, unfortunately, Sterling was abysmal, but he was one of many poor players today, if we're being honest. We do have a potential... Grealish problem, Sterling problem, given the fact that his contract has got less than 2 years. His form is clearly gone at the moment, and it's been poor for a little bit of time, but obviously he's worth so much at his very best, so we need to work out what's going on with Sterling, because you can't just pass up on someone like Sterling, unfortunately. You can't let him go on a free or anything like that. I don't know what's going to happen, man. I don't know what's going to happen. But either way, it's going to be really, really interesting to see how that plays out, because it isn't looking good at the moment. And on merit, he shouldn't be anywhere near the first team at the moment. Jesus didn't have his best game today either. He was okay, he was fine, but it wasn't Jesus at his fluid best. I mean, into the defence, Kyle Walker had an absolute mare. Someone correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if you want to, but I've only seen one replay of the penalty call, and I think it was a penalty. I mean, am I wrong there? But I don't really see how it wasn't a penalty, to be honest. But it looks like he just ran into him and pushed him over and barely touched the ball. Like, I could be wrong, man. I could be wrong, but it looked like I looks like we got away with it. I mean, it didn't look like an obvious thing to overturn to me, but, either way, he made the mistake in the first place. Either way, he's going down before the context, so says for people. He did just run into him, Reese. Maybe it wasn't a penalty, but either way, I think we were lucky. I think we probably all agree we were lucky there, basically. Either way, he was clumsy as fuck, regardless. What I will say, by the way, 200 odd people watching right now. If you could hit the like button, I know it was a bad day, unfortunately, but if you could hit the like video just for me, not for the result, that would be massively appreciated, because it helps this channel. It was never a red, though. No, I don't think it was a red either, Delicious Lemons. Delicious Lemons, I can't believe you said that out on the stream. I don't think it was a red either. A lot of people are kind of disagreeing on the penalty thing. I've seen one replay, so I can't really categorically say that. But it was clumsy and it was stupid. And maybe he got lucky there. Maybe he got lucky. At the end, the goal, of course, we'll get onto that in a minute, actually. Defensively, I thought Ake played well, by the way, man. I thought Ake had a good game today, and obviously the circumstances. I couldn't even pull my life together if I lost my dad in the week, never mind play a game of football. The fucking mental fortitude it takes to be Nathan Ake on a day like today, seriously. The courage and the commitment it takes, I don't think we always appreciate how hard that is. I couldn't do that. I couldn't show my face. I would be in pieces. And the bravery and the commitment it takes for a play like that to turn up on a week that would absolutely devastate him like that. I don't know how he did it, man, but what I will say is I thought he played well given the circumstances, and I want to say congratulations to being such a fucking absolute hero, man. Genuinely, I want to say thank you as well for his commitment to this club. We need to remember sometimes that these people are human. These footballers, they are millionaire superstars, but they are still humans with their own desires. They are still people with their own, their own problems in their own lives and so on. It doesn't matter how much you're worth, you are still affected by things like this. And today, fair fucking play to him, man. What a man. A lovely bloke by all accounts, and a player that definitely deserved some applause today. I thought he was really good. And Ake was good as well. Sorry, Diaz was good alongside him. But basically as well, yeah, fucking fair play to Ake, man. You're a bigger man than me. I couldn't do that today. Genuinely couldn't do that. A lot of respect for him. I thought he played well as well, genuinely. He's a good player, Ake. We need to remember that next time we jump into him. Honestly, he's a really, really good player. I don't think Cancelo played particularly well either, unfortunately, today. I don't think many players played really well. At the end, the goal, the disallowed goal, I can't quite get my head around. I think the idea was that Sterling, even though Foden actually put it in after Foden's header, Sterling was allegedly an inch or two offside, and because he went for the ball, he made himself active, I think, or something like that. I don't know. But if I'm being honest, I don't really think... Maybe Diaz was poor, Sean. I mean, I was at the ground, and I don't think he did loads wrong. He was skinned by Armstrong, but, it was good. It was a good bit of play. But maybe maybe it wasn't a goal. Maybe it was a goal. I don't know. But what I will say is that We didn't really deserve it, so I'm not going to sit here and complain. And to be honest, we only really turned up for the last few minutes, and that is just not good enough, is it? It isn't good enough. You have to be better than that. You have to be stronger. You have to show a little bit more. What I will say finally, why did it happen? That's the big question. Is it because all our players are shit? No. Is it because our players don't care? No. Of course it isn't that. So you have to come to some kind of conclusion. Is it just that the players were a little bit tired or had a bad day? And sometimes if you have 3 players that have a bad day, the other 8 can pull you through, and it doesn't matter because you've got Man City's quality. But too many today had a bad day combined with Southampton playing well. Is it that? Was there lethargy in the legs? Were the players actually tired after a mentally, physically draining week? Was it that? I don't know. Maybe it was. Are these players suddenly bad? No, of course they're not bad. Have we had games like this before and recovered absolutely fine? Yes, of course we had. We've got to remember last season as well. Was the selection wrong? Maybe it was in Chapeau. Maybe the selection was wrong. We did miss Rodri today as well, I think. We did miss Rodri. I think we definitely did. I don't think Pep's comments had any difference on the game we were being shown. I don't think they really did, mate. I don't think the players would particularly care for that. Maybe we did miss Rodri. Maybe too many players just didn't turn up, and maybe it was the wrong call, unfortunately. Maybe it was the fact that we got the wrong lineup. Yeah, but at the same time, we should do better even with the wrong lineup. But sometimes you just don't turn up, unfortunately. Sometimes games like this, maybe they were a little bit, maybe they took the eye off the ball. Maybe the Southampton game didn't motivate them enough, because I thought we were going to win comfortably. And what's to say the players didn't feel the same? Not because they're, not because they're naive or they're immature or anything like that. Just because sometimes it's human nature. You can lose a little bit of focus every now and then, and you can have a game like today where you don't play particularly well and you do struggle to match the intensity of your rivals. Maybe Southampton felt they had something to prove after a difficult start to the season, and they turned up and played exceptionally well. Maybe it was the fact that Southampton didn't sit deep as well and didn't let us have all the ball and didn't shirk the challenge. They went for us and it unsettled us. Maybe Pep also knew it was going to be difficult. Hence his comments, which he claimed to have meant, I want everyone there for support because it's going to be a difficult game. Maybe he was right, man. I'm saying lots of maybes here because I don't know the answer, and I will never, ever pretend to know the answer. I don't. But I can guess and speculate. Either way. Good, Jack. It's a great game, Jack. It is. Jack's just said, I played the Artful Escape with your recommendation. It's a great game on the Xbox. It is. Well, Pep apologised for today's performance. He shouldn't have to apologise for a bad day, mate, for what it's worth. I don't feel this idea that if we don't play particularly well, that everyone should come out and apologise. It's like me having to go, if I have a bad day, or I shouldn't have to apologise for it, if that makes sense. Unless they disgrace us, sure, but I don't think they did. Southampton are a decent side, and I don't really think they should have to apologise for it. If it felt like there was a lack of effort, fair enough, but it wasn't a lack of effort. They just played poorly. These kind of days happen, unfortunately. It's not yet a pattern. If it becomes a pattern, then we get a right to moan, in my personal opinion. But right now, I don't think we can kick off other than going, that was shit, play better next time. And fair, in that instance, fair enough, I will say. It was a weird game today. It wasn't a good game. But I'm always wary of overreacting, because would anyone genuinely be surprised if now the Chelsea game becomes a bigger game and we motivate ourselves, public egging in the stocks? Yeah, exactly, Metallitin. Maybe actually now, maybe this is a motivating factor for the Chelsea game. Maybe the Wickham game becomes a game where some players get a little bit of rest and relaxation, and we play some of the academy games, and actually then the players are really up for the Chelsea game. I feel like we will be. I think we have to be. I think we have to be up for it, basically. I wouldn't be surprised. If we got something against Chelsea and Liverpool, because they're a quality team. Obviously I'm not confident, but I wouldn't be surprised because they're a quality team. Why does he owe the fans an apology? I don't get it, Joe. Well, he owes the fans an apology. He doesn't think he meant that way. I thought you meant for the performance, Joe. It's a different thing, and no, I don't really agree. I don't really agree personally. I don't think the players. I don't think the performance is that bad that they have to come out and publicly apologise for us. No, I don't fucking believe that in the slightest. People are entitled to a bad day, and this idea that people have to be accountable for a bad day, or that we have to demand apologies and they should come out and grovel to us. No. No, I don't agree with that. Someone says we need a striker. Enough said. Funky Nibby. Maybe we do need a striker. I'm not personally of the opinion that today was the issue. The striker was the issue. Maybe it was the issue. I don't really know. But to me, it didn't feel like. I feel like today, if we just played particularly well and the midfield turned up, then we probably would have scored at some point anyway. We didn't create chances. So, I mean, I do actually think if Ferran Torres plays, do you remember that one bit where I think it might have been Gabriel Jesus or someone who played it across and Bernardo Silva couldn't quite reach it. Bernardo Silva at one point went to go to the near post and changed and then ran back to the back post, but he didn't quite get to it. I do feel actually Ferran Torres would have made that run on the back post and probably got there because he has that instinctive run. But yeah, but maybe not today. Maybe it wouldn't have made a difference. I must admit, by the way, Sterling ain't a striker. I love Sterling, what he's done, but he's absolutely lost his form, and there's a genuine issue there where he's tanked, and I don't know what's causing it. I don't know what it is, but I can't pretend it doesn't exist anymore, man. I can't pretend it doesn't exist. There is a problem, a Sterling problem, unfortunately. And what I will say is some people need to stop trolling in the comments, and some people also need to remember that if we beat Chelsea, none of you will remember about this game. That's what I will say. Always judge a trend. Don't judge an individual performance too harshly. That is the way I view football. Look for a pattern and look for a trend. A bad day can happen to absolutely everyone. You may not like it, you may not agree, but it's just true. We didn't lose. That's a good example there. I'm sorry. Look at this comment here. Mate, I'm not sure if that's Freudian or not, but look at this comment here from Omar Daly. I'm going to bring it up over here. He said, this loss was on Pep. This is exactly what I'm on about. This is when people lose their minds. There we go, Omar. Your comment there, mate. I'm not sure you've realised you've even done this, but it says this loss was on Pep. We fucking drew. Like, I know it feels like a loss, but it shows exactly what I'm on about. Like, when people act, they lose touch of reality. We didn't lose today. I'm not saying we played well, but we need to remember, actually, and keep our head in the right space before we overreact. We lost 2 points. Yeah, but that's not losing, is it, Sam? It's a different thing entirely, mate. Loss of points, like a draw feels like a loss, but it isn't. I guess the point is we make it out to be much worse than it is. It isn't pretty much a loss. It's a draw. There's a very, very binary difference between the two things. I guess the point I'm making is it's a bad performance, yeah, but let's not treat it like a catastrophic performance. That's what I will say. That's all I'm trying to say there. Because in our head, everyone's like, oh, we lost today. Like, no, we didn't lose today. We didn't play well, but we didn't fucking lose, which is a massive world of difference. But either way, I don't think we played well. We just didn't play well. And I don't think he left it overly late, Mario Balotelli in the chat there. I mean, we changed, didn't the first change after like 60 minutes, something like that? I don't know. But either way, it didn't feel... It was a bad day. It's been a bad week for the club with all this nonsense and all this noise. But let's just see where we go. As always, try and say, look at the bigger picture and look at the trend. If we play like this against Chelsea and Liverpool and PSG, fair enough, man, fair enough. But today we had a bad day, so Southampton were up for it. And it's just one of those days. We had a much, much, much worse performance at the start of last season, and so far we're doing okay. It's not been perfect, but we're doing all right. Not our day today, by far not our day. But sometimes days like this do happen, and we have to react to it well. I'm not defending the players genuinely, but it is what it is. Do I think Walker should have been sent off? Michael, I've seen one replay, mate, and I'm not convinced. I don't think he should have been sent off. No, not a sending off. But maybe. Maybe he was clumsy. Maybe it was a penalty. It's a really hard call. Either way, I think it was a mistake from Walker that led to it. Then it was a mistake to jump in as well, I would say, actually, because I don't really even know he got the ball or not. I think we missed Rodri, by the way. I really think we missed Rodri. He's a much better player than we give him credit for, Rodri. He's a much more intelligent player. The way he controls the ball, the way he moves the ball, I'm convinced. I'm convinced Rodri's a better player than we give him credit for sometimes, and he might have made a difference today. But maybe not. Maybe not. Look, if too many players don't turn up, you either say they all don't care, which I don't think they don't care. You say they're all terrible, they're all clearly not terrible, or they all had a bad day at the office and it was just too much to overcome. Coincidentally, sometimes that can happen, man. That can happen. It was a disappointing day. Simple as that. Got to remember the start to last season's side buster. I'm not being apologetic. I'm just trying to be balanced. You know me. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat something. We played shite today. Do I all of a sudden think the players are crap and overrated? No, I don't. Like, there's always, as ever, there's a middle ground. You know, you can have an opinion, but then your conclusion that you draw. Look, I need to see more games before I make a conclusion. You know, like that goal goes in. We say we played poorly. Everyone moves on, forgets about it. It's as simple as that. You know, it's as simple as that. A poor performance, a bad day at the office. Maybe life's delicious irony being that actually when Pep asked the fans to turn up, the team didn't turn up. Maybe that's it. The players looked leggy today, by the way. They looked genuinely leggy. Stop covering Pep. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean by that? What do I mean by covering Pep? I'm not covering anyone. I'm just looking for rational reasons. Like, what do you mean by covering Pep? Like, I don't even get what you're on about. I'm just looking for reasons to try and understand. It is what it is. It's a poor game. And let's hope it doesn't become a trend. If we beat Chelsea, no one cares anymore. It's as simple as that. I'm not saying we will do, but what I will say is that doesn't actually motivate the players now to go at Chelsea and try and do something. I don't know what will. They have to. They have to react to this, unfortunately. It is what it is. I don't even know who Big Steve is, Sean Fogarty. Never heard of him. Is that me? I don't know. I can't collaborate with someone I've never heard of, mate, unfortunately. How you're going to criticise Pep when you turn his club to... I'm not criticising. Look. What I will say is Pep with all his flaws. You take the rough with the smooth with Pep. I don't know if he meant how he said it the other day. I can't really prove it either way. I can't prove it genuinely, but what I will say is that, you know, he isn't perfect, but he's fucking damn sight better than most. Like, no one is perfect, but you choose the one who makes less mistakes, and overall, Pep has been 95% brilliant for this club, and that's pretty much always how it goes. Lavia, Palmer, Dozy, Delap, McAtee have to start midweek. That would be great. What I will say, by the way, one of the reasons I was disappointed today is because I would have loved to have seen an academy lad get off the bench today. And another day we turn up and we play comfortably. It's 3-0, and maybe just someone like Joshua Wilson-Esbrand gets on. If you don't know much about him, Joshua Wilson-Esbrand is a fantastic young left-back. We had an actual left-back on the bench today, a genuine, full-on, proper left-back, left-footed, who bundles forwards. Big Steve is a City fan on the Big Six Show on Turkish channel. I don't know the Big Six Show. I don't know what Turkish is. I've never heard of that either, mate. Sorry, things I'd never heard of. Never heard of any of those things, unfortunately. But either way, yeah, I was disappointed that we didn't see didn't create a chance to get the academy lads on. Obviously, Lavia was there, Bete was there, and Cole Palmer was there as well. It would have been nice, but unfortunately, that's how it is. A poor game today, a poor game. I didn't expect it. Maybe that's the point, man. Maybe that's the point. Maybe the players didn't expect it either. Maybe we took our eye off the ball today. Maybe we got it wrong. Maybe the players were tired. Maybe it was just one of those days. Maybe Southampton were too good for us today. And we'll have to see. Fortunately, that is just how life is. Sometimes you have a bad day. The most important thing is how you react to it. We didn't play well today. We didn't. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was a poor performance. I don't hate the players. I don't think they're overrated. I don't think they're suddenly shit. I do think we've made a problem today, but I will give them a chance to correct it, which is exactly what they have earned given their performances and the trophies over the past few years. To me, it really is as simple as that. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I'm going to wind down. I'm going to get a glass of wine and get some tea because I need it. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Forget about it for now. You can if you don't want to. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hit that like button and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'm only 2.5k off 60,000. It would be massively appreciated if you go and watch that as well. Go watch that Keiki video. Keiki is a Manchester City player. I made a video about Keiki as well earlier on today. Oh, it's Keiki, apparently. But either way, go and watch that if you want to. And get me to 57,600. I need 18 more subscribers. 18 more subscribers. So if anyone's watching right now and enjoyed this video, you might not. But if you did, please hit that subscribe button. It'll be massively appreciated. 17 more subscribers. If it keeps going up, I'll keep waffling away. But either way, I massively appreciate it. You're all absolutely awesome. Today should have been a great day. It wasn't. It was one of those days. The fans did their bit today. I loved being there at the stadium. I loved chatting to all the Blues that I bumped into as well. It was really good fun. Unfortunately, it was not to be, but sometimes that happens. Sometimes you got to hold your head up, react to it, and leave the stage with grace and crack on and see how it goes next time. Thank you so much for watching this. You're all fucking awesome. Catch you all in a bit. Like, comment, subscribe. Big love to every single one of you watching. The members, Patreons, cannot be where I am without you, and I really appreciate it. In a bit, guys.